you've looked online for his manifesto.
Yep.
And you've been unable to find it.
So,
and I think earlier in the year, I looked for his manifesto and I found one, but it was the one from 4 years ago. And what this says to me, you're going to tell me what it says to you. What it says to me is, this is a guy who's so arrogant, who knows he's going to win, just because he'll get the Labour vote that he can't even be asked to produce a manifesto for the people to tell them what he's going to do. His arrogance is so strong. His belief that he's going to win is so strong, he can't be bothered. I'm not even going to tell you guys what I'm going to do to you, what I'm going to do for you, because I'm going to win. So you can get stuff.
That's what it seems like. Now, he had his launch on Monday. So that should have been the day he released his manifesto. He launched his campaign. And talked about parts of his manifesto. Where is his manifesto? I've been Googling it for days and days and days. I've been on all his social media. I've been on his website. I've been on the mayor's website. And I cannot find a written manifesto. All I can find is, this is my pledge. Here's a snippet. I want a document to look at. I released my manifesto 6 months ago because I wanted to give people time to look at what I wanted to do. He needs to release his manifesto so people cleverer than me can interrogate it and see what's in it and does it make any sense and what are his numbers. But if he has released it, he's released it in such a sneaky way that no one can really find it unless you know exactly where to look.
Yeah. They said I wouldn't be able to do anything. That includes producing a manifesto.
That reminds me of that joke where you get comedians on TV who say, when I was at school, I told my teacher I wanted to be a comedian. Yeah, they're not laughing now, are they?
So, his failures, you mentioned the police, cars, attacks on motorists. Apparently he's got 2 new policies out now.
Oh, this came out yesterday from a speech he made.
Not on his manifesto.
Can't read his manifesto. Might be in his manifesto. If someone can find it, drop me a line with the link so I can read it. In debates, hustings he was at yesterday, he mentioned 2 things. The first thing is something called school streets, which I've never heard of before, so I googled it. School streets is a project where you close the road the school is on certain times of the day. Which sounds nice for the pupils coming and going from the school, but if you're, what school can you close the road? What about people who live on that street? And common sense tells me straight away, so what do all the parents do? They then drive on the street next door, and that becomes chock-a-block. We have issues outside especially primary schools, outside all our primary schools with inconsiderate parents parking, being a danger to kids. This we need to stop. There's a simple answer to this, and the answer was around 15 years ago when I was looking at things like this for Manchester City Council. So the issue is we can't get traffic wardens there in numbers, and plus the threats then to the traffic wardens, and there's arguments, and nobody wants that. I get that. But 15 years...
I think most people would like to see threats against traffic wardens.
Yes, I wouldn't.
I had a campaign, you wouldn't, but I had a campaign for a short time, which I didn't publicise. But the idea was every time you drive past a traffic warden, you beat your horn for quite a long period of time. And I wanted other people to do it. I think at the time was on Twitter, and I suggested on Twitter. So the entire day, all the traffic warden would hear was constant horns, basically. Unfortunately, it didn't take off.
It didn't, Matt. Let me flesh this out for you. So,
before you do, can I ask you one more question? Yeah. So you said, yes, everybody... Once again, I think you're making assumptions that I'm not sure are correct. You said everybody wants parents not to park outside schools for the safety of children or whatever. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many children are killed per year outside schools?
Hardly any.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So why do we need school streets? Why are you so...
It's the fear of a child being killed because of badly parked cars and parking on zigzags.
But it's like COVID.
Yeah, but also, if it's illegal to park on zigzag lines and stuff like that, then it needs enforcing.
Yeah, you need traffic laws.
If we're not going to enforce it, then get rid of that law. Because what I don't want to do is have laws we decide we're going to break.
Right.
Because the laws I decide to break will be different to the laws you decide to break.
Can I just say that we had this experience when our kids were young at primary school, Springfield Primary School in Sale. Parents were doing all that. They just made sure a traffic warden was there between 7:30 and 9 o'clock every morning. Stopped.
It did while that traffic warden's there.
Yes, but that's you pay the traffic warden to be there every day.
Yeah.
And he was there every day.
I've got a better solution. A much better solution. Cheaper, quicker, easier, will get more done. 15 years ago, we had the technology because we had a car that did that. It had an ANPR camera built into the little car, and it would drive past, and we never did it, it could drive past a school, automatically record every number plate of anyone who's parked illegally, and you'd get a fine in the post. So you could drive past a school, you could do 30 tickets in that 30-second drive. You then don't stop, you then go to the next school down the road. You do the same thing there, you do the same thing there. Parents would get tickets in the post.
Yeah.
They never, so you don't get to see a traffic warden and go, well, I'm not parking there today. You never know when it's driving past. And we would create an environment where parents dropping kids off would start obeying the rules.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you're getting an £80 ticket in the post because they're driving past there all the time now. That's how we fix that problem. So, but what Andy Burnham's doing now is, we've got a problem outside schools. So a bit like you broke your toe. The answer to the pain in your toe is, I'm going to amputate your leg. Well, you're not a pain in your toe anymore, will you?
Yeah.
The answer to your broken toe is to fix that little toe, not to amputate the whole leg. And that's what he's doing. We've got a problem outside schools with inconsiderate parents, antisocial behaviour and illegal parking.
Yeah.
Well, let's fix that. We don't need a hammer to crack a nut.
Correct.
Let's deal with those issues and not have silly projects where we can't drive on that road now twice a day in certain times. So we all park on the road next door.
Well, it just creates congestion, causes problems further out, and potentially makes that accident happen in a different place.
Yeah, exactly.
But the point I will make is this. Firstly, this is what I said to Andy Burnham. Can you evidence why we need to do this?
Yeah.
Because how many children are injured or killed outside schools? And I bet he couldn't give me the answer.
Yeah.
Secondly, I would say, why not just do what happened when our kids were young, have a traffic warden outside for an hour and a half every morning. People will not park there. I can guarantee that happens. Thirdly, have a camera up. I mean, you suggested a small car. You drive. I think you suggested that because you wanted to drive that small car.
No,
Nick, I think you were visualising yourself in that small car. Have a camera up. Take pictures. Just have it up permanently. It will take pictures at certain times of the day. If your car's there, you get a ticket. Yeah. Easy. You don't need to close a road down.
Exactly. The simple solution to this, not this hammer to crack a nut.
Yeah, exactly. And it's again this awful totalitarian approach to problems in society now. Rather than actually just dealing with it in a reasonable way, they have to bring in draconian measures to change things. It's like this. The thing where they're trying to slow the roads down, they put big flower things at the end. What's it called?
Low traffic neighbourhoods.
Low traffic neighbourhoods. Destroying our ability to drive around.
But that's their aim. So the aim on these safer school streets really won't be about the danger to kids, because there really isn't when you look at the stats. What they're trying to do is get you out of your car. They want you on public transport because it doesn't want the bus network going bankrupt. It's all about forcing you out of your car. We'll force those parents to walk to school with their kids. We're going to force you. So when we're thinking they don't understand anything, we'll drive the traffic to the next street. They don't care. It's about forcing you out of your car. If you like that video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell and comment. And if you like what I'm saying about running for Mayor of Greater Manchester, then stick around. Tell your family, tell your friends. The only way I'm going to have a chance of winning is a grassroots movement. So be part of that movement and hit that bell. Thanks.